First of all, I want to thank you for coming to the resort. I wanted to do this special.
It's a pleasure, and I'm honored because you know your footwork on this famous grass and jumping in this pool and just what Miami means to who Khaled is.
Yeah, Miami, my home, and not just my home. Like Miami's like not only my favorite city, but this is I consider myself being raised in Miami. Yeah, I was raised in Miami. I was raised in Florida. You know what I'm saying? But Miami raised me. You know what I mean, to be who I am today, as far as like, just with the love and the ambition, because I rep my city. You know what I mean? If you know me from my first album to now, like, there's one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw the flag up. It's 305 Miami.
Like, people don't know, Khaled is a real DJ.
Oh yeah.
Not like
real
like,
DJ
and a reggae DJ.
Yeah. Real DJ.
Pirate radio.
One of the best DJs in the world, one of them. You know what I'm saying? There's so many of great ones, but definitely one of the best in the world. Also, one of the best producers in the world. But the reason why I'm saying that is because, I just dropped my 12th album. I just got done putting a post up. Puff hit me up today, like, yo, Khaled, this album's incredible from top to bottom, not just that, the rollout, and this and that. And this is Puff Daddy telling me this, and like, he's telling me that, Puff talked that shit. He started this and this and that.
And he's a producer.
And he's a producer and an artist, and, and he was like, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, if you got any tip, I'm a student, but yeah, he was, and I had to stop him. I was just like, yo, first of all, I'm honored that you're saying that, but at the same time I gotta give all the props to God, because God's hands is on this album. And where I'm at in my life, I don't follow rules. I never follow rules, bro. You know that, right?
That's right.
I follow God. You know what I'm saying? So when he was hitting me today, I actually posted it up, and I just said, man, it's such a blessing to know that the fans are speaking and the people are speaking and saying, man, you know what? Khaled dropped 12 albums, and this album, Khaled, the impact of the album and the records on the album, the way it's touching people. But then some people are saying, oh, and this is his 12th album.
Right. We're gonna go back to some classic joints, right?
We gotta
do that. But let's start with Thankful, because that's what you was just talking about, being thankful. Lil Wayne, Jeremih, you've had a lot of collaborations with Lil Wayne. He's always there for you, great person.
He's been on every single album.
One of the greatest rappers we've ever seen in hip-hop. Talk about cooking this record up.
Well, this record was so personal. I put my heart and soul in the whole album, but I put my heart and soul and all the energy on this record so we can make the album.
Right.
Because it's the intro, and it's called Thankful. And what I did was, it's a classic sample that I replayed, you know what I'm saying, and it's the heart of the city. And I wanted, gospel, and I wanted choir, and I wanted no drums. I didn't put no drums on it. So I built up the music, and I got with Nova, you know what I'm saying, some incredible writers, and I just, got with them, and we connect so well. And then I presented something to Jeremih. I was like, yo, Jeremih, I know you've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? God bless you, brother. And, right now we gotta be the light. And I want you to hear this idea, and then you put your ideas, this is start of a vibe.
Right.
I told him this is gonna be my intro. And I was like, yo, I never heard you make a record like this. I need you to speak for me, speak for yourself, and also speak for everybody in the world that's feeling this. Because you go through pain, you go through struggles, you go through trials and tribulations, you go through dark times. But we have to find the light even when it's dark. And if you listen to that record, you know what I mean, it's praising God to the highest, but also, letting people know we have to embrace the struggle. You know what I mean? And we have to be thankful for God letting us weather every storm and making it through, and then giving all glory to God. You know what I'm saying? Like, thankful. And if you see the video, those are real emotions. Like, I dropped down on my knees, and, I started praying. I had tears in my eyes. It's like, but in the video, I'm talking to my younger self. You know, then there's Wayne's younger self and Jeremiah's younger self, and you know, some of our story.
Right, because Wayne been through a lot too.
Right, so I ain't even get to the Wayne part yet. So boom, now we make the record. We got the idea, it's called Thankful, and I'm loving it. I'm trying to tell them how personal this is to me, and it's gonna start the album. So I made sure we built the music up, you know, the gospel and Jeremiah pouring out his pain on there, and it's just building up for like 4 minutes before he even gets to Wayne's part.
Right.
I wanted you to be like, you know, like, what the? And it just keep coming at you. Like when I produce music, I'm in a different zone. I'm like, yo, somebody would have already had Wayne Park come in. I'm like, no, this the intro. Build it up more. Let's go more. Call more choir. Bring the hook back. Tease the hook. Bridge. Don't bring in Wayne yet. Don't bring him in yet.
Right.
So I sent Wayne the record. Sent it to Matt. Said, yo, my brother, please, you know, reach out to my brother. Wayne loved me. He's been there for me day one. He's never told me no in his life. And I knew when Wayne heard the record, I know he know what to do with this.
Right.
Especially the way I'm paying homage to him till we get to him. You know what I'm saying? It's like when we taking over. You see how I built that record and the breakdown, I am the beast. You know, that was like, you know, it was the last verse and it took, but when it came, it was like, so I sent it to Wayne and Wayne sent his verse. Have you listened and broke down all the words and what he's saying before he start rapping? Like, it's so incredible.
Yeah.
No. Like, I haven't had that feeling in a long time, bro. Like, from an MC, like, to give me that feeling. And that's how we started the album off. And I'm watching the response from the fans, like, yo, Wayne, this and that. First of all, Wayne's the GOAT. But for him to bless me, I never had him on an intro.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point, yeah.
You know, usually, you know, I put him on something else, but I said, you know, this Khaled Khaled. This album being crafted different. You know, like, you know, with them artists that cut the wood and get to craft the wood and like, like, no, I'm crafting. Like the whole track list and every song, I'm like this, look.
That's Wayne, that's how the album opens. Talk about Khaled Khaled. I know that's
my birth name.
That's your God-given name.
Yes, my first and last name is exactly the same. Khaled Khaled.
And why do you
Khaled Khaled.
Why do you keep saying this is Khaled Khaled? Because this is that personal?
Yeah, it's very personal. First of all, Khaled Khaled in Arabic means immortal. It means forever, eternal. You know what I mean? And that's what I represent. Forever love, forever light, forever blessings, we forever. You know what I'm saying? Period. I want you and everyone to know we forever. And I always said when I made my first album, listen, I said, I'm gonna make an album called Khaled Khaled, but it's gonna be a special time. And I thought I was gonna make it on my 10th album. I thought I was gonna make it on my 11th album. My 11th album was called Father of Assad, and that meant so much to me. I named it Father of Assad. That's powerful. And I said, it's time for Khaled Khaled. I got 2 boys, and it's time for the new chapter of Khaled. You're gonna see me evolve, which I've been doing all my life, thank God. But this is gonna be another level that you've never seen. I'm a fan of Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Puff Daddy. Think about it. When Jay-Z, you was calling him Hove, Jay-Z. At one point in your life, you started calling him Sean Carter. But when you started calling him Sean Carter, you seen his level up game was, you know, we blessed with the riches of life. It's not about money. It's the riches of life, health, happiness, joy. That's the biggest success. Let's be clear. But also, we in the game of hustling, because we have to hustle. We have no choice. We got to be able to pay for these cameras to film this interview. You know, we got to take care of salaries. Got to run companies. So we hustlers too. So when you started calling him Sean Carter, he started getting closer to them B's. And I'm not talking about just B's. No, I'm talking about billions.
Right.
You should call Puff Daddy, Diddy. But at one point in his career, you called him Sean Combs.
Right.
And now you call him Love. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm giving you my birth name that my mother and father, that God blessed me with, and I'm Khaled Khaled.
Right.
And I want you to know I'm forever love, forever light. And I am the father of 2 beautiful boys, Assad and Alam. And I'm here to motivate and inspire, if it's through music or it's just me talking to you, whenever you see me, you're looking at the sun. God's child and the sunlight.
We're at Khaled's crib. It's a beautiful establishment.
I call it the resort.
The resort.
Yeah,
We'll call it the resort. I really appreciate, because I've known you for so long, I remember the moment, the jet ski moment on social media, right? And which was, you know, broke the internet, right? And I would always tell you as your friend, yo, Khaled, man, you are funny, you are entertaining, beyond the DJ skills, just you as a human being. And your ability to communicate.
Every time I see you, even before.
And you just wanted to make music and DJ.
You funny, and I was like, back in them days, I was like, what E-bro saying, like, cause I'm just being me,
That's
bro.
right.
So I can't, I'm just being Khaled, you know what I'm saying? And, but now I understand what you're saying, meaning as you were saying it, man, that's beautiful, love, and you're being pure.
Yeah, like you're just being
no,
like,
I love that.
And you make people smile.
That's a blessing.
That's the light.
Yes, it's a
That's
big light.
the light.
It is the big light. It is, and God definitely gave me those blessings that make people smile. You know what I mean? Like my own friends tell me, you know what I'm saying? And like my, you know, closest friends will pull me aside, be like, yo, Khaled, man, like, sometimes I be going through, and then like, you still make everybody smile.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I appreciate that love. Thank you.
When you go in to put a project together, one as important as your 12th album, Khaled Khaled, what is the thought? Like, you keep saying the light, and you keep talking about this positive energy. And I remember albums where, you know, Khaled was on, you know, there was a time we had an interview with my show on Hot 97, you know, where I remember, you know, and Khaled, you know, for the audience, back when Khaled was a DJ in Miami and we would have the mix show weekends, you know, Khaled was coming up to New York. Flex, Khaled.
For sure.
The whole thing.
For sure.
But, and so no matter where you went, we feel like that's your second home.
Of course.
Right? So I remember times when we had conversations, you was like, Breeze, this album right here, I'm putting everything I got into this.
Yeah.
Like, this is all me.
Still
no support, no nothing. I pay for everything. I'm leveraging my life on this project. Like, that's how much you care about putting out music and contributing to culture.
Yes.
Right? And being a fixture in this culture that has provided us so much light and love and fun and money and uplifted artists and changed people's lives.
Yes.
I want to hear you talk about that, because right now you're at a stage where you're able now since that jet ski moment, right? And since that album and those times and social media, and I mean, I was in my house, I jumped off the couch when I saw you have an endorsement for, I think it was cocoa butter or something, and I saw like almond milk, man, as radio guys, as guys that come up in this, you have taken it.
Thank you.
Like, you know what I mean? And this is love to, you know, Flexes and Clues and everybody that's done it. But you have.
And thank you.
And so we all celebrate you.
Man, and I appreciate that, and everything you're saying is all facts. Especially Hot 97. You know, that's family to me, and when I have to do, if I ever do a documentary or a story on Khaled, you know, y'all in there heavy, like heavy. You know,
the summer jams was crazy, bro.
It's, you know, besides the opportunities that y'all gave me, the summer jams and being on the radio and breaking my records, just I cherish more the relationship and the friendship and y'all believing in Khaled. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like when they say we do an E-bro, I'm like, we have to. Like, even if he coming in as a bad man or something, I have to. That's just how loyal I am, of a person I am. I'm like, we have to, and I couldn't wait to sit down with you because you're part of my story. Flex and Hot Night. There's so many great, beautiful people part of my story, and I appreciate it. And when I say part of my story, help me get where I'm at. I never take nothing for granted. I'm always gonna show love. That's who I am. And if you want more love, call me. I can't wait to show it.
On here, there's Jay Nas and James Fauntleroy and harmonies from the Hive.
What?
Now, can you share with us the story on why?
I'm in this backyard. I got the Nas and I just got the J verse. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. You gotta understand, this is a dream come true. Not only is it incredible, I'm losing my mind. I'm running around my backyard in circles, going nuts, going crazy.
The vocals are in.
That one had to be super top secret because it's a moment.
So that's why we didn't get a vocals in for that.
No, it had to be. I wanted to come with the video, and I didn't even know I could get a video, but I tried and I got it. But while I got the vocals, we get another call from Guru and Jay saying the Queen and Beehive is asking for the instrumental. So I was already running around with the Nas and Jay. So now I'm running like this. I'm building a hole in my grass now. Like I'm losing my mind. To pull off a record with Nas and Jay, and shout out to James, because he blessed that amazing, and shout out to KC, just to get the hey is unbelievable. Because it's unbelievable. It's the Queen, it's Beyonce. And then close it out with the Hive. This is like, I'm crying now. I literally had tears in my eyes. Bro, that's Nas and Jay-Z, man. On a record together, but on a record like that. And I hope you took it in even more because it's not even just putting them on a record. Do you hear what they're talking about?
I was just about to go to
that. It's motivation and inspiration.
Yeah.
These are our leaders. And when I stepped to Nas and Jay, I was like, yo, we have to shoot this video. You're our leaders. Let them see it, not just hear it. Because this is a special one. And nobody fought that. Everybody was ready to shoot the video. Jay was like, let's go. Nas was like, let's go. And then we got Hype Williams.
And you let him paint.
Yo, did you seen the video, right?
Of course.
I look gorgeous in there. Like I watch that video every day to tell myself, like, yo, I'm telling my girl, I'm like, yo, Ma, don't act like you don't see what's going on. Don't act like you're not seeing who I'm sitting with.
And how I look.
And how I look. You see the black suit, Tom Ford shoes, and living the dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 Drake songs on here, and I know those came out and was already hits in their own regard.
Listen, the 2 Drake songs, first of all, to get 2 Drakes is very rare.
2 different styles of Drakes, too.
First of all, getting 1 Drake is rare. Let's never confuse ourselves. When Khaled and Drake connect, it's always special.
How many number ones y'all got?
Man, we got so many. Not even just that. The records, like they're classics. I'm on one. No New Friends. For Free. You know, I keep going. But what I'm trying to tell you is like, when we get together, you know those are, you can feel it in the music and you can feel us supporting each other, that we're brothers. I texted him like the other day and I was like, man, you're gonna be proud of me. You know what I'm saying? Because you know he's a genius, he's great, and he's incredible, and he's an incredible friend, and I'm a fan too. He replied back and said, I'm always proud of you. You know, when I get that type of love, you know what's happening? It's like, I go crazier. Like I said, we gotta be greater. Cause the greats is rocking with me.
Mm-hmm.
So to get 2 Drakes, and we put them out through the pandemic, and you can ask Drake, I was like, yo, Drake, we gotta come with this now. Because the world is dark. And I know everybody's scared to drop music. But no, we have to be the light. We gotta be the light. If not, we're gonna be stuck in this dark. We're leaders. You're a big boy. I'm a big boy. We're leaders. Let's put the sun out. We dropped that pop star.
Crazy.
Everybody,
Crazy.
felt like
instant.
We brought that grease. I was in the pool. You felt a vibe. Yeah, we can't do shows. We can't be in the clubs. All right, call the graphics. Make the graphics in the like we're in Greece. I'm gonna perform in the backyard. We have to be the light, bro, and that started the project, and that's how I announced the title of my album with 2 Drake songs to let people know this is how I'm coming. I got 2 Drakes, and here's the name of my album, Khaled Khaled, it's coming.
Was there ever a question that these Drake songs would not be on the Khaled Khaled?
Oh, no.
Never.
Mandatory to be on. I wouldn't put an album out unless those are on there.
Because it was,
but
because of the pandemic, it was disjointed in a sense for you, right? Or no?
Nah, I mean, I wanted to come with the album during the pandemic time, but, you know, the elections came and all this, you know, the energy just wasn't right. So I focused my energy on, you know, I want to bring light to the world. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to, for myself, I had to find the light.
Right.
So I started meditating and, you know, being with my kids and and it's like sitting in the backyard even when the sun was out, I was out here meditating, praying for the sun to come out. And that's what inspired me to even keep going.
Right.
So the gap on that is because I had to go into my deep meditation and I needed that energy to put the light out there for me to even finish my album or just to do anything. And then remember, I'm a father, so my job is to make my kids happy every day.
That's right.
So I had to really go into a mode, and I said, God is He want me to inspire the world and motivate the world with His light, and that's what we're doing. And then the album started just coming together. You know what I mean? And it actually was a sign for me to even go even harder because I was blessed with 2 Drake records to give the world the title of my album. What a way to introduce a title of an album with 2 Drake records. Speaking of Drake, it was almost a 3rd key on here. You know, the Allen key, 2 keys, and each key leads to the next key. So, you know, it was gonna be another key, another Drake on the album too. It was about to be 3 Drakes.
So that means it's a Drake vocal.
No, what it means is
that we haven't heard.
What it means is Drake, my brother, and he would give me 3 keys with no problem.
Got it.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't put limitations on giving our fans great music and limitation of an energy. If the energy tells us to make these records, then we going with it. He not gonna stop it, you know, because he's one of the biggest. He gonna embrace it the way I would embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it, man. The Allen key, that's a special experience. And it only can happen with the Allen key. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real.
Nah, I hear you.
Like the Allen key is special.
Yeah, that's like the what they call a skeleton key, the key that open all the locks.
That Al, that's his logo, and the key, you know, when we get the Drake and Khaled get together, it's like, they know.
I wanna get into this, we going crazy since you brought up Soundboy. Cause the bass line, people may not understand what's happening with that bass line.
Yeah.
You know, the sample people know as the Shorty Low sample.
Yes.
But also from, if you guys want to go do the lesson, the mandrills.
Yeah, mandrill. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. See what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta go to the history lesson.
Yeah, just to know it all. But you brought these worlds together on this record.
H.E.R and Migos.
Yeah. And H.E.R got bars for y'all. People forget. I saw her on the BET Cypher one time.
H.E.R is incredible. I've been wanting to work with H.E.R for a long time. Every time I see her was always backstage of an award show. And I seen her from a young age to where she's at now. And I'm like, every time, I bump into her every time I'm at an award show. Like, that's how God made it. We bump into each other backstage, and I always be like, yo, I'm a big fan of yours, man. Hopefully one day we can work. This is like years ago, years. Before, I think, the Grammys, and, you know, obviously, God bless all her wins, the Oscars. She's incredible, and she's such a musician, and she's amazing. I reached out this time, like, yo, I would love to work with you. And she was like, absolutely, I would love to work with you, too. And she came by the crib, and I actually talked to her right before she performed at the Super Bowl, because I was calling her, you know, I didn't even know she was performing at the Super Bowl.
You on your
I'm FaceTiming her, yo, we gotta get it in. And I hung up, and then boom, she on TV. I'm like, oh, shit.
Still picked up, right?
So I'm like, okay. And she just sung the Super Bowl. I'm like, man, what a time. And so she loved it. I did 2 records with her. You know what I'm saying? And I told her I want her on Go Crazy, and I want you on I Can Have It All. I'm gonna play both of them for you. If it touched you the way it's touching me, and we should do 2, let's do 2. If not, I'm good with 1. You know what I mean? But I have to play this music, because the music speaks for itself. So I play her both records. She's like, I want to do both.
Boom.
And I said, I like her. No, because, see, that's what I'm saying. You go through levels in life, but when she answered and said, I want to do both, I said, nah, she's special, because you never stop the music.
Right.
You never stop the feeling of the music and the greatness. Because other people are like, why am I? No. Let's stay creative. And we did 2. And then I did the Going Crazy, and put the Migos on there. The way they came and bounced on that, first of all, they're my favorite group ever. You know, I put them in the, it'd be like the Migos. It's so many great groups like Migos, EPMD, Outkast, but Leaders of the New School.
But they got their own thing that hasn't been duplicated, and they get to the lyrics.
But they are special. You have to go in the studio and record with them. First of all, those are my brothers. But to go in the studio to record with them, it's unbelievable. It's a show, and if the music's exciting, like they were passing the headphones, no writing, it's a vibe. You know what I mean? We did that record in 10 minutes, like a vibe, like, and happiness, and you see us blowing the horn. That's all real life. This is like, you know what I mean? We get, I let you in my whole, everything. From me in the backyard to the studio, the convos, like, I let you see it. You know what I'm saying? These are real vibrations, and we made an anthem, and we shot the video in Jamaica, you know what I mean? And we had the best time ever. So shout out to H.E.R and the Migos. We got one.
We got to get to Body in Motion. You talk about when these Roddy Ricch vocals came in. It's a very exciting time.
One of my favorite records on the album, Roddy Ricch, bodied it. Little Baby bodied it. Bryson Tiller. That record is, you come, you know, from you're a program director, you're on Apple Music, you're a radio personality, you know, so you know hits.
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, you know something that sound right on the radio or just in your backyard. You know, that's one of those where it's like the melody game is unbelievable. From the instruments to Little Baby and Roddy Ricch, you know what I'm saying, and Bryson Tiller, the melodies and the groove, and then the ladies are going to lose their mind when the song comes on. When you see the video, you'll see what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, the ladies start doing the body and motion dance, and you know what I mean? And, you know there's no summer without Khaled, musically.
True.
You know what I mean?
Going back 12 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You do know that, right? And I mean that like...
I didn't think about it, but you saying it.
Yeah, like think about...
Because I think about
over a decade.
I think about all the shows that we've worked together on.
Over a decade.
You was always there, ready to ramp up March, April, May.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because when Khaled came out, summer started, for sure. Not maybe, it's got, no, for real. It started. And everybody know that. Everybody know that. And be inspired by that. So let's keep this summer lit, hot. You know when Khaled come, it's summer. I come in a blizzard, and it's summer.
It's hot. The light shines.
The light.
That's right. But also, too, on the cover of the album, I think, you know, we'd be remiss if we didn't point out, you know, you shared with the world the deeper spiritual component, right? And you're praying on the cover of the album with your two boys with you.
Man.
You know what I mean? That's super big.
Man, that image, I seen that image probably when I was like between 17 and 19 years old. I seen that image. I said one day I'm gonna have a beautiful family and I'm gonna be with my boys, and there's gonna be a time in my life where, you know, if you don't know who Khaled is, you're gonna know off this image. And that's me praying to Allah and my two boys beside me. It's so beautiful, man.
When you think about having it all and everything you have right now, and you think about this Khaled album and how it sounds sonically and how magical it is, are you already plotting mentally for the next album? Do you is that how it works for you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I always say every time I put an album out, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna take a break. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you put a lot into this. You know, I put a lot into this. I don't know how to do nothing halfway or semi. I go all out. I'm all in when I go in. And no, for sure, we're gonna keep going, for sure. But we're also gonna keep going on other things. You're gonna see, you know, Khaled, the evolving of his business and is involving of things I'm gonna do with the family, and, you know, evolving from the music to investments to everything, just next level.
Do you have aspirations of directing film?
We got some films coming out, movies that I'm blessed I can't talk about yet that I'm gonna be in, but also we're gonna hopefully one day put out our own movie. We doing everything, and what I'm saying is there's no limits to this.
There's no ceiling, no
there's
ceiling.
no ceiling, there's no nothing. It hasn't been my whole life. I always had that ambition and drive, but now it's on me to take it to the next level because we're here. And some people get relaxed, and I can't take nothing for granted. That's why I went so hard on this album. I don't want to take nothing for granted. I'm gonna give you my all, but I'm gonna give you all my, if it's restaurants I'm doing, if it's, clothing collaborations, if it's whatever, I do a lot. We're gonna do a lot more.
Do we refer to you as Khaled Khaled now?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. It's Khaled Khaled now. It's always been Khaled Khaled from birth.
But I'm just saying for
yeah,
the
call
public.
me Khaled Khaled. I remember coming up as a kid, the teachers, nobody would believe me. I get pulled over, they wouldn't believe me. I'd be like, yo, they'd be like, yo, what's your first name? I'm like, Khaled. They'd be like, yo, what's your last name? I'm like, Khaled. Yo, don't play with me if I got pulled over, or a teacher like, yo, stop being a smart ass. I'm like, that's my name. Khaled Khaled. Like, check my birth certificate, my passport, my ID, it's Khaled Khaled. So yes, it is, it's been Khaled Khaled my whole life, but this time,
it's that next level now.
yeah, it's the next level, bro. It's the next level.
It's the next level. I want to play the Justin Timberlake record.
Oh, yeah.
Justin don't come outside, but he comes outside at the right time.
That's a special record, bro.
No, it's beyond it just being Justin Timberlake.
You hear the words?
But that's where I was about to go into, and then sonically, just
Oh, no. So I mean,
the music, the words, it checks all the boxes.
so verses, Raekwon and Ghostface are doing verses. First of all, one of my favorite verses, and it's Raekwon and Ghostface kill it.
Shout out to Swizz, Tim, the whole
Yeah,
verse.
for sure. And I loved it so much, and they were playing all the classics, and then the sample I sampled for
All That I Got Is You.
right when they played it on verses. It's one of my favorite songs, but they played it on verses. And the weather that day, it was nighttime, and it was like breezy, and the wind was blowing from the ocean. And that song came out, and I heard Ghostface start talking that shit. Besides the song being a classic, he started talking that shit. He was educating the youth. He was talking so much cloth, he made me cry. And I said, when it was over, I'm working on my album. Inspiration is what makes me make my music. And I immediately called the team and said, yo, we gotta loop this up now, right now. And then I wanna put a guitar, but I want the guitar to sound like it's crying. And I got with Nova, and we just came up with, I sent her the record, and I was like, the words on this gotta be beautiful. I want you to hear the track. It's gonna talk to you. You're gonna know, and you're gonna know. Just to get an idea sparked. So I sent it to Justin Timberlake. It's a vibe, it's an idea. Justin, I know you're gonna write some in there. I know you're gonna go crazy. I know you are, if you wanna do it. I said, I'm not gonna send you a party record where everybody's expecting. I wanna send you something that what I'm going through in my life, and I'm sure you're going through it, and I'm sure the whole world is feeling this way. And the record's called Just Be, and it's talking about just be you, always be you. But sometimes, you have to navigate things, and let it go. And that record, it gives you goosebumps. The way Justin sang on there is just unbelievable, and we cut those vocals like 4 days before the album dropped. It's a very special record, like super, super duper special.
Let's get into this Cardi B, Big Paper, that you say is a last minute submission.
That's the last minute. You seen that post where I put her on the Michael Jordan,
last second shot.
The last second shot. That's what Cardi B did. First of all, she ripped that record apart. Big Paper, she talking that bar for bar. From the hook to the very end, she going bars, quotables, potent. That is incredible. No, I'm being real. Like, those type of records, you get those once in a while. That type of potent hunger. Listen, let's be real, Ebro. Cardi B, she's rich.
Super.
Like, rich in two ways. Rich with of life and the blessings, and rich as in she getting that bag.
Yeah.
You hear the hunger on that record?
Because she cares.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So listen,
She
you know I work with a
cares.
lot
It's
of artists.
important to her.
You know I work with a lot of artists.
I
You
see
do
that.
know that.
I've looked at the track listing.
I know when somebody gets it. And I know when somebody is hungry.
Yeah.
Meaning when I say hungry, they love this shit, and they gonna keep being great and putting that potent shit. That's what she did, and that's what she been doing. And I want to give her flowers because her debut album, I have to be honest, because I'm always honest to myself, it inspired me because what she did was she made a whole album of hits.
Smash.
And that's how I make my albums, is with hits. I mean, I try my hard, not try, we do it. But yo, you know what I'm saying? That's the goal.
Give it your all.
That's the goal, give it your all. And her whole album was certified, every single song. And I always tell people this story, I'm like, yo, what she did was incredible. That's history, and that's special. And to make a record like Wish Wish on my last album, which was insane, with 21 Savage, and to make Big Paper on my album that's out right now is insane, because those are those records that, you know, you could, you got the #1 Hot 100 and you come with Big Paper. Oh man, she
Keeping it on the pavement.
She
Keeping it on the pavement.
She tearing this concrete up.
Yeah.
It's Cardi B. And you see we ain't put nobody else on it. What could you do after that? Because she just talking that shit. Meaning as in, she ripped that shit down. Shout out to Brooklyn Johnny too, because
Johnny, what up?
you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that, you know, for his time. You know, she's making an album right now. To take time to do this for me while she's making an album, meaning as in, because, you know, people waiting for that album. And she's like, nah, Khaled, my brother.
Boom.
Vocals in. Vocals in, and it sounds incredible.
You know, when we look at Khaled Khaled, because now it's been unveiled.
It's Khaled.
You know, you talked about the many endeavors you want to get into. Talk about that all-important piece of just staying on the pavement, on the fabric, touching the people, and really, you know what I mean? Because, look, because on IG, you was just doing fan love, like a couple of years ago. Meet me at the corner of...
Yeah, it's pandemic now, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do it, but I'm sure you're going to try to get back to it.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I always want to be able to engage with my fans, and if I can't talk to them face to face, I'm going to figure out how to talk to them because I know they listen and they watching. So I'm always going to give this light love and positivity to them. So I make sure I try my hardest to, you know, be on my social media to be able, if it's going live, or if it's, you know, replying to a tweet, or if it's replying to a comment, or following them on their page. You know, I'm going to do my all to do that because they're the ones that push me to make albums. Even when my album come out, it'd be, you know, a year later, yo, when's the new album coming? You know, this and that and that. So I'm like, I got to get back in the studio. They want another one. You know what I'm saying? So they're the ones that make me keep putting this music out and keep going, is the fans. You know, that's who we do it for. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a fan of everybody I'm working with on my album, and I'm a fan of my fans because they're inspiring me. And my fans tell me I'm inspiring them, but I'm like, you inspiring me too. So I'm a fan too. And everybody, even like my brothers that are family, you know, that I tell them, yo, I know we brothers, but you know I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Like to this day, I still say it. You know, middle of a conversation, it'd be me and Ho or something, and we just chilling. Out of nowhere, I just got to stop the conversation. You know, I'm a fan. No.
I'm the same way, man. I just hit cats. You know, I'll FaceTime you just to tell you, man.
I pray you do. You check on me, yo, Cal, what up? I'm just calling to say what up, man, yo, love. You called me the other day with your daughter in the truck. I'm like, man, it's so beautiful.
That's it.
You know what I mean? That's what it's about. And that's what I mean, the light. That one call makes somebody's day.